Hey everybody, today I'm going to be watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I really know nothing about this. Based on the name, I would assume that they go on vacation. I'm expecting there to be some, I don't know, adult humor, I guess. That's kind of what I think of this as being sort of that genre, that sort of like American adult humor. It has Chevy Chase in it. Is it Chevy Chase? I think it's Chevy. I've only ever heard people say Chevy with a ch at the beginning, so I think it's Chevy Chase. My coworker calls me Sparky Marky sometimes, and he said that's from this movie, but then I found out the Marky part isn't from the movie, so there's something about Sparky. A lot of people really love it, so I'm excited to get into it. Let's watch. Oh, I've seen this little cartoon. I did not expect a cartoon beginning. I kind of like the style artistically. Randy Quaid, one of the Quaid brothers, is in this. You know, I have a feeling this isn't going to be a warm, fuzzy feeling kind of Christmas movie. They might try something at the very end. He learned the true meaning of Christmas that day. Maybe a little, but I don't think there'll be a lot of that. Oh yeah, fake wood paneling on the side of cars.
In Christ the Lord.
That was beautiful.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
Is he just in the Christmas mood, or is he trying to avoid talking to his wife?
La 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 la. Take it, Russ.
Dad, can you explain again what we're doing?
Sure, Russ. What we're looking for today is the Griswold family Christmas tree.
A Merry Christmas.
It's always
We
the
wish you
trucks
a
on the
Merry
road, man. Always.
Mark, don't provoke them.
Okay. Oh, they ramped off that.
Made pretty good time.
Didn't they invent Christmas tree lots so people wouldn't have to drive all the way out to nowhere and waste a whole Saturday?
They invented
Yeah,
them, Russ,
I
because
thought they were
people forgot
going
how
to
have
Christmas
a fun,
tree lot.
old-fashioned family Christmas and are satisfied with scrawny, dead, overpriced trees.
It's probably true. Those trees look a little bit tall, though.
There it is.
It's like the beam that Mr. Bean comes out of. I call him Mr. Beam. Mr. Bean.
Isn't it a little big?
It's not big, it's just full. Most enduring traditions of the season are best enjoyed in the warm embrace of kith and kin.
Kith.
The three are the symbol of the spirit of the Griswold family Christmas.
Ah. He's losing the ability to talk. Although I don't know what he would have been trying to say instead of kith. Let me know. What did he mean by kith?
Looks like the toad overestimated the height of his living room ceiling.
These have to be the bad guys of the movie. You can just tell. They've got that 80s, 90s bad guy vibes.
Where do you think you're going to put a tree that big?
Bend over and I'll show you.
Oh.
You've got a lot of nerve. I wasn't talking to you.
Oh.
I give you the Griswold family Christmas tree.
A lot of sap in here.
I hate feeling sticky. Sap. Ugh.
Did I tell you I talked to my mother today? Decided they're coming for Christmas, too. All they do is argue.
Christmas is about resolving differences and seeing through the petty
It's on
problems.
his
of
pajamas.
life.
Yeah.
It looks like it's little horses.
I want to have Christmas here in our house. It means a lot to me.
I'm always happy when the closed captioning tells me traffic is bustling. Do people who are hard of hearing like captions like
You'll be
that?
liking a nice fat Christmas bonus this year, huh?
Traffic
Word is you're an
bustling.
excellent choice
Is
to
that
be
the kind of
named
thing you want to
food,
know when you're watching
design of the
movies?
year.
Because it's not the thing I care about.
What are you going to do with that big bonus check?
Just hope my Christmas bonus check will cover it.
I thought they were going to go on vacation. Gotta hold my horses. Hold my horses. We'll get there.
No, they won't.
Can I show you something?
I was just smiling. I was just browsing. Wouldn't be the Christmas shopping season if the stores were any less harder than they are. Bit nipply out. I mean nippy out.
It's
Take something out for you.
just went a little insane because there's a pretty woman in front of him.
Plenty of shopping days left until adulthood, which is to say Christmas.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
No.
I don't think that's what happens in those stores. I don't think they show you the underwear. I remember these as a kid. Nobody ever wanted to answer the door for some reason. And as much sound as they were making, I was expecting 20 people.
Knock on the door.
She just put her hand in his mouth.
They're not sleeping in my room. I want to go crazy.
They haven't already decided who's sleeping where.
And if you rub it for me, I'll give you a whole quarter.
A quarter.
And I'll give Audrey a quarter too, Audrey.
A whole quarter. I love that you can just hear the arguing in the background.
I'll be outside for a season.
Outside for a season.
It's a lot of lights, Dad. I think you might be overdoing it.
When was the last time I overdid anything?
This is a series of movies, right? I think it's a series of movies, so I'm wondering if this is references to previous movies or if this is the first one. I feel like I've seen one where they went to like the Grand Canyon or something. I don't think that's this one. I don't think that's the Christmas Vacation. Surely you don't have to staple that much. Oh.
I don't know what to say except it's Christmas and we're all in misery.
That is a lot of lights. Holy moly. Do you staple lights on the roof? This seems like a terrible idea. Oh!
Dinner's ready.
Okay, honey. Starving.
That's some of the fakest snow I've seen. I lived in Alaska for quite a bit of my life. We got snow like what felt like 6 months out of the year. After you see snow for long enough and then you see the snow they have in movies, it just doesn't look right. Usually, sometimes they have good snow.
And why is the carpet all wet, Todd?
I don't know, Margot.
Is that Julia Louis-Dreyfus from Seinfeld? I
For a
think it is.
grand total of 25,000 imported Italian twinkle light.
Fire it up, Dad.
I dedicate this house to the Griswold family Christmas.
Gonna blow the breakers.
Drum
Do
roll,
it.
please. Drum roll.
Oh,
Oh,
he was serious. Even better, just nothing happened. I think that's the mom from Everybody Loves Raymond.
you worked really hard, Grandma.
Clark, baby, I can picture it in my mind. And it's breathtaking.
Oh, that's sweet.
It looks good even if they're not lit.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you, sweetheart. We checked every bowl, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure of it.
Oh no. Russ was supposed to be checking the bulbs too, huh? And he wasn't.
I gotta get to bed. Brush my teeth, feed the hog.
Feed the hog. He's reading Sassy Magazine. Fuck us. Ah, yes. Memories. In heavenly peace. Doesn't look like it's locked.
Ellen! Hey! Ellen!
Like how many lights there were on the side of the house. I thought You're supposed to walk on the beams. I was right. He's using the hole in the floor like it's a little fireplace or something. I like that he just makes the best of it. Although, couldn't he crawl out through that hole in the floor?
I want to take off his clothes, sit in the dark with a glass of wine, and kiss every square inch of your body.
After you shower, of course.
Of course.
The little cutaways to the villainous neighbors is kind of strange.
Sparky.
There it is, Sparky. Sparky Marky.
Here goes nothing.
It's got to be something simple. It's just like it's not plugged in somewhere or something.
Is it plugged in?
Honey, do you honestly think I would check thousands of tiny little lights if I wasn't sure the extension cord was plugged in?
You can tell she's been married for a little while. She didn't say anything. She just thought it. It's like, yep, I do think that. Oh.
Clark?
The rest of the city's gone.
I can't see.
That's the most dangerous looking concoction of chords I've ever seen.
That's beautiful!
These are some very Christian Christmas songs, which is kind of strange because they usually go with the more generic Christmas songs in Christmas movies these days. Generic isn't the word. Secular, I guess. They stay away from the religious ones more and more now.
Thanks for being here.
House sure does look swell, Clark.
Thanks, Eddie. Eddie?
Is this Cousin Eddie? I've heard of Cousin Eddie. I am aware of Cousin Eddie's existence. I wasn't completely sure if it was in this movie or not. I'm thinking Cousin Eddie is like a standout funny character because of how often I've heard about him.
And this here's our pride and joy, Snots.
Oh, it's a cute dog.
Maybe you folks wouldn't mind the youngster shacking up with you. We could use a little private time together. Don't forget the rubber sheets and the gerbils.
The rubber sheets and the gerbil. Ugh. That's a cute dog.
Yeah. Dug it out of
What's
the
he
ground
wearing?
myself.
He has like a turtleneck,
Hey,
but you
hey,
can
get out of
see
here. Stop.
because he's wearing a white
Don't worry about it,
shirt.
Clark.
You can see the
Little tree water
turtleneck
ain't
is
gonna
just
hurt
like a square.
Before we left, he drank a half a quart
What?
of Pennzoil.
Eddie, if he drinks the water out of there, the tree's gonna dry up.
Those are some excellent glasses. Those little moose glasses. I want one.
Let me do it. Can I refill your eggnog for you? Get you something to eat? Drive you out to the middle of nowhere? Leave you for dead?
No, I'm doing just fine, Clark.
I don't know why he doesn't like Cousin Eddie so much. Cousin Eddie seems weird, but he's friendly. He's nice.
I took the RV. It's a good-looking vehicle, ain't it? As we're taking it with us when we leave here next month.
Next month.
This is a new kitchen lubricant my company's been working on. 500 times more slippery than any cooking oil. We're really gonna fly down the hill with this stuff.
Emergency room, here we come.
Ain't pen.
Bingo.
You okay?
Yeah. Bill, did you get your bonus yet? I don't get that bonus. I'm in it up to here.
It's always funny watching movies talk about Christmas bonuses and stuff because that's just this non-existent thing. I'm trying to think if I've ever worked a job where you got one. You know, it just seems like such a, like not even just a different time. It just feels like a different culture or a different country or something in some ways because everything's just so different.
Sometimes I think all that Santa crap's just bull. If he was so real, how come we didn't get squat last year? We didn't do nothing wrong, and we still got the shaft.
I mean, I get that it's not his place to tell her, but I don't know if he should be reinforcing that Because like she said, she didn't get anything last year, so now she just feels like Santa's a jerk who leaves people out for no reason. And that would hurt as a kid. That would be sad.
What are you looking at?
In his bathrobe, emptying a chemical toilet into my sewer. If it fills with gas, I pity the person who lights a match within 10 yards. Ellen and I want to help you give the kids a nice Christmas.
If it wouldn't be too much, I'd like to get something for you, Clark. Something really nice.
Mom? What? This box is meowing.
She wrapped up her cat. Catherine, this turkey tastes half as good as it looks. I think we're all in for a very big treat.
Oh no.
Oh, it's just a little dry. It's fine.
Just a little dry. Was the cat gonna die?
I heard on the news that an airline pilot spotted Santa's sled on its way in from New York.
You serious, Clark?
Oh, God.
What is it?
There's some kind of gas coming from the sewer.
Cartoons have trained me to know that that color is toxic waste, and you'll get superpowers from it.
Louis? My tree.
Oh.
The hell do you want?
I have a delivery for Clark W. Grisman.
My bonus. With this bonus check, I'm putting in a swimming pool. It's a 1-year membership in the Jelly of the Month Club.
I mean, I would like a Jelly of the Month club membership, but not more than enough money to put a pool in.
If any of you are looking for any last-minute gift ideas, I like Frank Shirley, my boss, right here tonight. I want him brought right here with a big ribbon on his head. We needed a tree. Didn't go berserk. Simply solved a problem. We needed a coffin. A tree. There are no lots open on Christmas Eve. Louis burned down my tree, so I replaced it as best I could. Voila.
Is this the part of the movie where he starts murdering people? He's a broken man.
What's that sound? It's a funny squeaky sound.
Oh, squirrels in the tree.
Quiet! Shut up!
Slight overreaction. It's just a squirrel.
I'm gonna catch it in the coat, smack it with a hammer.
Why would you smack it with a hammer instead of just releasing it outside?
Probably got scared and ran back into the tree.
Am I supposed to feel bad for the neighbors? Because I feel bad for the neighbors. And I don't know if that's really what you're supposed to feel here.
What happened to you?
Okay, but where is Cousin Eddie? He wasn't there for the squirrel thing. Seems to have just driven off.
Son, I love you. We all love you. This is a terrible night. You losing your temper with the whole family only makes things worse. And you're too good a father to act like this. In years to come, you want your children and your family to remember all the love you gave us. It's okay. It happens.
That was a nice fatherly talk. I liked it.
And Eddie, with a man in his pajamas, a dog chain, tied to his wrists and ankles.
Oh no. And he was listening. He said he wanted to get him something special.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, Clark!
Yes, officer, it seems my husband's been abducted.
You're fired.
Clark had nothing to do with this.
I lost my temper when I got my bonus, and I guess I said a few things I shouldn't have. I've gotten a Christmas bonus every year but this one. You don't want to give bonuses, fine. But when people count on them as part of their salary, well, what you did is just plain...
Sucks.
Cousin-in-law, whose heart is bigger than his brain,
I appreciate that, Clark.
is innocent.
How does this guy look so much like Bill Murray?
Look, sometimes things look good on paper, but lose their luster when you see how it affects real folks. Little people like you.
I don't know if I'd want to be called little people like you.
Freeze! Helen!
Oh, thank God you're all right.
Oh, there's no business. I'm not pressing any charges.
What?
I'd press charges against Cousin Eddie. The others are fine. They didn't do anything.
Remember how I was toying with the notion of suspending the Christmas bonuses?
You didn't. Well, of all the cheap, lousy ways to save a buck.
If I had a rubber hose, I would beat you into
I
in the
changed
September.
my mind. I'm reinstating all the bonuses.
It's the Christmas star. And that's all that matters tonight. Not bonuses or gifts or turkeys or trees. Now I know what it means to me.
It's a light in the sewage treatment plant.
Sewer gas.
Don't drop that!
Now Santa's sleigh really is flying today.
I did it.
What did he do?
He might be dead.
Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. What did he maybe do?
Aww.
Just finished watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and it was okay. I definitely liked moments of it quite a bit. There were some very funny moments. The dog chasing the squirrel around, the squirrel riding on his back. That was really funny. Some of the sewer gas stuff was pretty funny, you know, blowing up the Christmas tree and whatnot. Cat in the Present. Like, there were lots of little moments that were actually pretty funny. But then I didn't really understand the idea of, like, the neighbors. Like, what was the point of the neighbors? How did they serve the story at all? It kind of just felt like they were tacked on for no real reason. It definitely is one of those comedies where, like, the main character isn't a very likable person. I'm trying to figure out, like, what were they even trying to say with this whole movie, because it felt like it was just kind of like a movie about Christmas bonuses, and that was the moral of the story, was that bosses need to keep the little guy in mind and give out Christmas bonuses and not be so concerned with the bottom line, which, I mean, I agree that there are things more important than the bottom line. The message of the movie was really weird. And at the end there, he was like, well, now I know what Christmas means to me. And I was like, okay, what did it mean to you? Because it seemed like it meant getting a Christmas bonus. I predicted there probably wouldn't really be much of a heartwarming kind of feeling at the end of this. I didn't think it was that kind of movie. It's not. It was mostly just like funny snippets. Oh, the turkey's dry. It was a funny scene. I enjoyed it. But it didn't really lend itself to anything. You could cut out probably literally half the movie and end up with essentially the same movie. And you could trade out those scenes for literally anything else, and it would be basically the same movie. So it's the kind of comedy where you just sort of laugh at the gags more than You try to follow a plot more than you care about the characters. So I think that's why I didn't connect with it really well. Jokes are great, but I want more than just a series of random jokes. I didn't dislike it by any means. I mean, it was fun to watch. Cousin Eddie was the best part of the whole movie. It felt like you were supposed to dislike the neighbors. And I was like, the neighbors mostly seem like pretty reasonable people who live next to a really annoying family, or really annoying guy anyway, who is constantly damaging their property. Except for the spousal abuse, where she punches him in the face. A little domestic abuse, you know. Perfect. There wasn't really a plot. That doesn't ruin a movie, but it's not going to get a 10 out of 10 in my book. In fact, how would I rate this? I typically rate movies I consider like a 5 to be the lower end of average, 6 is the higher end of average. So the average movie gets a 5 or a 6. I would rate this one as like a 4 out of 10. Like lower end of average and a little bit lower than that. We can all feel differently about this movie. And if it's your favorite movie, then I can understand why you would enjoy it. It's definitely a particular type of humor you don't always see, especially anymore. You don't really see movies being made like this. So if that's what you're after, if you're after a very specific kind of humor, this is probably one of the few movies that really nails that for you. I can absolutely see why you would love this. For me, it was just so-so. It was just fine. Like, comment, and subscribe, please. I always say, like, even a bad movie is a good movie. And this wasn't even a bad movie. This was a good movie. It was fun.